Hey, this is Andy and John. He's sleeping. You're listening to Stretch It Out Podcast.
Thank you, Andy.
It was so subtle. And thank you, John. It took a lot of effort.
And John. Yeah. He was there, though.
He was there in spirit. Not consciousness, spirit.
Our amazing cousin, Andy.
Yes.
One of our biggest fans.
She is.
And
her and Chris
are hers.
Her and Chris are one of our top fans, you know?
That's right. We got fans, y'all. We got fans. No, they're just really good friends, and we're super fortunate to have them. So thanks, Andy. Appreciate it.
I'm still bragging about the person who listened to us in Ireland. I can't wait for them to find, once they finally
they're
catch
still
up
listening too. So, but yeah. I don't know what episode they're on. I think I think they got to be on episode 10. I think, if I had to guess, or 11. I can actually look at how many times they've listened.
I'm excited for the people in the UK, and I think there was some other countries I can't even pronounce the names.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty exciting.
So excited for them to catch up to wherever they're at in the series.
We need y'all to catch back up to, what episode is this? Episode 19.
Dang.
Episode 19.
19.
So welcome back.
Are we going to do a celebration when we hit episode 50, like that mile marker, like Disneyland does when it was their 50th year anniversary?
I don't know. We'll see. It might be kind of cool to just not do anything like that, and just keep it going. Yeah. You never know. Maybe we do something. Maybe we don't. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep it.
Just keeping them on you, keeping you guys
entertaining for the people. Yeah. I'm trying to keep it entertaining. If I'm just agree with everything that you say, how entertaining is that?
Oh, I already have an idea for it.
For episode 50?
Yeah. My gears.
All right. Sounds exciting. I'm down to hear it.
Oh, I'm so excited.
You're not going to tell us on now. You're not going to tell us now, though.
I can't tell you now, because if I tell you now, then everybody's going to know.
Okay. All right.
I can't tell them yet. It's so good, though. It's going to be golden. Just remind me after this episode.
All right. I'm excited. I'm excited to hear about it. I'm excited to be in podcast land with all of our listeners. Welcome back, everybody, to the Stretched Out Podcast. My name is Nick Stretch. Here with my baby sister.
Big Audrey. Sorry.
Big Audrey.
Little Audrey on my mind. This is Big Audrey.
Yep, that's Big Audrey, not Little Audrey. And shout out to Alyssa, our middle sister.
Yes.
Who we know is listening because we make her. So she doesn't have a choice.
A little bit.
No, I'm just kidding. She's a huge supporter. So shout out to you, Alyssa. So I know we talked about a number of things we were going to talk about, and I was like, let's stop talking and let's record, because you like to give away all the gold before we hit record.
Apparently I do. Nick, you should just know by now to just automatically hit record when you see my name come up on the computer,
I think I'm going to start doing that. So just be ready. Be ready.
Because that's the best stuff, guys.
What did you do this past weekend?
This past weekend, we worked out. Surprise.
I knew that.
Right?
Knew that was coming.
We did a barbecue, We did a little Brazilian style barbecue, which was
delicious?
Amazing.
What makes it Brazilian style?
Oh my gosh. I can't wait for Marcel to do a Brazilian barbecue for you guys. For those of you who don't know what a Brazilian barbecue is, it's just endless meat coming your way. That's all it is.
Oh.
So think of it
I've been to a place like that.
Yeah. You get where they come and they cut the meat at your table.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's Brazilian. But when they barbecue here and stuff, it's you think, okay, that was it. That was dinner. The meat's gone. And then they come back with another plate and you're like, oh my God, where'd you get this food from?
So much delicious meat.
And I am definitely I love red meat. I'm not big on chicken, but I love red meat. That's my weakness.
I love meat. So.
Gets me every time. Sorry to all the vegetarians out there. I do like.
So you guys did a Brazilian barbecue?
Yes.
You did the workout.
Mm-hmm.
And then you did another workout. I'm thinking after the Brazilian barbecue, you did another workout.
No, thank
Brazilian
God.
workout to go along with the Brazilian barbecue.
No, we did the workout of, as I was telling you earlier, which I'm sure everybody, like you even knew it, so it's pretty popular, but the Murph workout.
Yes.
So one of our friends here, which she will be doing an intro for us soon. She is very into CrossFit. She's very dedicated to it, and she was the one who shared us the workout called the Murph workout, which is I think it's the gentleman who started CrossFit, and he was a veteran. So every year for Memorial Day, because he passed away, every year for Memorial Day, they do the Murph workout, which is, oh God, it's so agonizing to even repeat it. It's you do a 1 mile run, and then you do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and then another mile run.
Okay, so you skipped like the day of the week you're supposed to do each of those? Because there's no way you're going to do that in one day.
Well, the goal is 45 minutes to complete all that too. We did it. I think I did it in like an hour. But you can also you can choose how you do it too. Like I did,
because I could skip all that and just go straight to just puking.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, this was the first time in a workout where I actually thought, this is it. I'm gonna throw up all my pre-workout, any excess so water hard. I have. Yeah. And what's sad is that the easy part for me, at least, was the run, which I did both my mile runs like just together. So I did 2 mile runs and then I went and did everything else. Everybody has their own way of doing things, but
right on.
The easiest part other than the run was the squats and the push-ups. I think my arms it's really hard for me to like hold up this mic right now.
I'm going to buy you that shirt that just says everything hurts.
It does. But what sucks, it was weird because it didn't hurt yesterday. I had so much energy afterwards. Like I was dying during the workout, and I had so much energy though where I was like even annoying Marcelo, I think, a little bit. And he was like, oh my gosh, why do you have so much energy? And I'm like, I don't know. And then today I am dead. I don't want it.
Feeling it. Yeah. And you're going to feel it even more probably tomorrow.
Yeah. It just feels like, I feel like when we were younger, do you remember how you used to like pin me down and tickle me?
Yes.
Like, you would, guys, my brother, Nicholas here, would get his little bony little fingers up like under my rib cage, tickle the crap out of me. And that was the only thing that would tickle me, to the point where I would like pee my pants, right? But because I was laughing so hard, and because of like the sheer force of his fingertips under my rib cage, my ribs would hurt like they were bruised really bad. That's what it feels like today.
I do that to my kids, and then I get upset when they pee.
Yeah, so. It makes you pee.
I'm like, why did you pee? Like, I gotta know that. No, I was the same way as a kid. So,
yeah. But how was your weekend? Did you also do the Murph workout? In honor?
No, I didn't. I did not. I did not do the Murph workout. I did not. But I had a really cool weekend. A really good weekend with our friends. We hung out. We had a good time. Played some poker.
Nice.
Got the whole MFB crew together, pretty much. All the guys, we were all hanging out, the latest. And then I had a good friend of mine, Tom Cook, join us on Memorial Day.
Hey, Tom Cook, I see him on Instagram.
Yeah, that's my boy. So him and his wife, Felicia, came over and hung out. We had a really good time just hanging out for a couple hours. So shout out to Tommy for hanging out. One of the coolest guys I've ever met. So much love and respect for that man. So we hung out, had a good time. It was a really good weekend. I had a really fun time hanging out. Really enjoyed hanging out with all the guys when we played poker. I laughed so hard that I had and I remember thinking that to myself in that moment. I had tears like pouring out of my eyes. And I remember thinking like, this only happens in cartoons, right? And
I love when I love when
yeah,
like that.
It was crazy, like so much water in my eyes. Like if I blinked fast, I would have splashed water everywhere. It was so much.
Like people were in the splash zone.
And we were just like, my cheeks, I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. And it was just us just hanging out, playing poker, having some drinks, and just, BSing the whole time. It was a really, really fun time. Just a really good night. So,
that's awesome.
Shout out to my boys. Shout out to my boys, the MFB crew. Yeah,
and
they're
the ladies who probably cooked all the food for you guys. All the mothers.
Super, super cool. Actually, we took a picture. We set a timer on the phone and took a picture. I'm gonna cherish that picture like till the day I die. I promise you that. It's a great picture. So I'll post it, or I'll say, if I give it to you, can you put it on our
I was just gonna say, give it to me. I'll put it up on our social media for Instagram and Facebook.
Cool. It's a great photo. I don't know that I have we're not doing anything wrong in it or anything, so I don't have to get
blur it all out.
Approval from everybody to be like, hey, here's a good picture of us. So
you guys want me to Photoshop anybody in?
or out? Yeah. So for the if you catch it in time, if you want to Photoshop yourself out or somebody different, you got to get with Audrey quickly because we're gonna post it.
Who wants to be in this photo?
Mm-hmm. No, but really, it's a really cool picture. I remember just seeing the picture the next morning, and I was like, man, that was epic time. So, but it's always like that with them. So
I love when you're like, hey, I don't know, maybe this is just. I feel like you kind of do that when you just said talking about like, only the stuff only happens in cartoons. I always think like when something, whether it's like you're on a family trip or it could be anything. I always refer to certain situations back to movies of like Meet the Fockers, right?
Yep, great movie.
Everything goes wrong for Ben Stiller.
Yes.
When stuff like that happens to me or somebody that like I'm with, I can't help but laugh. And I know sometimes it could be insensitive, but it's like
that's our family.
Yeah.
That's how
like those are the things that pop into my head where I'm like, you're Ben Stiller right now.
Yeah, where you're like, oh yeah, I know. And I do fit into that, his character a lot of times in my life. But going back to my weekend though, I forgot to mention something else that we did that was epic too.
Oh, what was it?
Yeah, I'm not trying to like show everybody up on the weekend here. I'm just saying that I had a really cool weekend. So Saturday we actually did a pool party at the Coker's house, and that was freaking epic as well. So we got to go hang out, swim, and kind of kick off summer with the kids, and it was just crazy, kind of hang out in a little slice of heaven back there. Their backyard is just beautiful because
that pool's awesome.
Well, James is a beast and he just never stops working. So it just, every time you go back there, it's like you're in a whole new yard, a whole new world. Brought to you by James and Wendy Coker. But we enjoyed it. We enjoyed it thoroughly. We had a really good time. So I had to make a shout out to them. Love you guys. But no, it was a really cool, just awesome weekend for me. I had a really, really cool time. And we didn't have to go like really do anything, like leave. It was all right here on MFB. Marble Falls Bend, y'all. Tiny. It's a magical place.
Yeah. Your street is the ultimate like Disney Channel street.
It is. I was thinking about that. Like, you know how much I love Disneyland.
Yeah.
And because you love Disneyland almost as much as I do. And so I think I think I like debatable. Debatable. But I do think that I live in like the next best place. If you think about it.
No, I tell everybody. I'm like,
but it's not all make believe. These people aren't being paid to be my friends. Well, not all the time.
Yeah, it's debatable. Just kidding.
Also debatable.
I'm joking, everybody. No, I tell everybody when I'm like, because of course, like when you meet people or you're just getting to know somebody better, they always ask like, oh, does the rest of your family live in Vegas? And I'm like, well, I got my sister here and then my brother's in Texas. And they're always like, wow, Texas. And I'm like, seriously? If you watch a Disney Channel show, like the street that my brother lives on embodies all those neighborhoods into one. And I go, the only difference is that they put a little spice in there with a little bit of alcohol.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like the perfect neighborhood. And like they got sidewalks. We didn't have sidewalks growing up.
And street lights, sidewalks and street lights. Yeah, these kids are spoiled, you know?
And it's like your own little, it's not a cul-de-sac, but it's your own little corner right there that like not too many cars drive down that. So
yeah, it's really cool. Yeah,
everyone's going to start Googling your street on Google Earth just so they can see what it is.
Yeah, like, where do you live? Where is this magical place? It's pretty magical. Yeah, it's just as magical, if not more. It's more magical for sure than Podcastland. Podcastland is pretty magical, but doesn't beat MFB.
MFB's all year round. Podcastland is,
only an hour a week.
Yeah.
We say that. Dad put in a special request.
Oh, I didn't know this. What was his request?
Yeah, he said, be nicer if your episodes were a little shorter,
Oh, of course.
Like a 30-minute episode. I said, yeah, we could probably do that. But what's cool is you can actually just hit pause and just hit play again too, right?
Yeah. But you know what, Dad? If you're making it to this episode, you also fall asleep watching Andy Griffin, and those are only 30-minute shows as well. So. But
see, that's probably, but maybe that's why he wants to be able to listen to the whole thing in one snippet. But there's a lot of, it's always, some people are like, going for the real short stuff. And then there's like, really long one. I don't know. I don't think it really matters.
We should take a poll. We'll put up on Instagram. We could take a poll. I don't think it really
matters. I say we just keep doing what we do. And if we do a couple shorter episodes. We've already had some longer ones. I don't think it really matters. But anyway,
timing is just a suggestion,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an honest request from Dad. I thought it was a good one. I was thinking about it. I was like, maybe, but I think we should roll
some. I'm gonna just get Dad some AirPods because I don't think he has AirPods that are like disconnected from his phone. So he's probably listening strictly
on that little speaker in the garage.
Yeah.
While he's out there working on the yard. Those are my dogs.
I was just gonna say, you could probably hear, if you guys listen real close, you can hear Rio in the background snoring.
Those are my guard dogs back there.
They are vicious.
Olaf. So you had other stuff you were going to talk about. What was it? It was cool. I couldn't wait to hear about it.
Oh, what was it?
I don't remember.
See, we forgot already.
Well, you were talking, and I was like, please, let's talk about this on the podcast.
Like I was talking about how bad my body hurts and how I can't laugh.
No, I'll remember for you because you forgot already. You wanted to talk about how the country is reopening and things are, and we're getting back to normal, but people don't know how to do certain things. And so I was going to let you kind of tell about that.
Okay, so listeners, it hurts to laugh. I'm really not lying. It's really bad. Okay. Sorry.
And she keeps making herself laugh. See?
I know. That's what it is. So Nick, we're on our family group chat, and Nick sent us a photo that they got to go to the most amazing Mexican restaurant ever. I said that the restaurant was literally blessed by the hands of God himself.
Yes.
What's it called? Something Pepe?
Lupe Tortilla.
Oh, Lupe Tortilla. Oh, Dad goes to something Pepe, I think.
Yes, that's Dad's spot, yeah.
But for you,
LTO Pepe.
For those of you in Texas, Nick, say that name one more time.
Lupe Tortilla.
Okay.
In Katy, Texas.
Best. I mean, best.
It's so good.
Fajitas and anything else there. Oh my gosh. Guys, listen, if you got to save up and go to this place, do it. You won't.
Yeah.
You know what?
Making my mouth water over here. Haven't eaten dinner yet. So.
Yeah, mine is legit water. I'm thinking about the
so
steak
good.
fajitas.
So good.
So Nick had sent a photo. The family finally got to go out. Like restaurants are opening at 50%. Your restaurants are opening at 50% capacity, right?
Yeah, and I'm basically. I was when you're telling the story, it's making it sound like I'm kind of like rubbing it in everybody's face.
Well,
to you all, because
to me it was.
Dad's in California. Yeah, you guys. I'm like, I didn't really think about that, so I'm sorry. I didn't mean that, obviously, but continue.
What do you mean? Well, no, a lot of places. I mean, we opened up.
Yeah,
we opened up here with 50% capacity, and
so you're good.
So Nick proceeds to tell us, like, on the family group chat, and he goes, yeah, goes, we were all so excited to eat out that we kind of forgot how to act in society, because apparently Nick was knocking over some glasses of water, some drinks, and some other tables were. And then that made me laugh, because we had just went out the night before to Sette Bello's, which is amazing Italian pizza, guys. Amazing. And
sounds amazing.
I got up to go to the restroom, and our waiter spilt water all over the area of which I was seated at. So thankfully I went to the bathroom. So when I came back, it was like a huge mess, and he was like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's fine, because I was in the bathroom. And then there were some tables behind us, they spilt their wine. So when Nick said that, I go, okay, cool. Maybe this is just, we don't know how to act going out anymore. We forgot how to dine out or act in society.
Yeah, seriously, like, I was surprised. At one point we were eating, I was like, I had to think, like, am I in my pajamas? But I looked down and I was fully dressed. So no, I'm just kidding. That didn't really happen. But
walked out with no pants.
But it's true. It's kind of funny how we have to, like, as a country, as a world, really, like, as a just a human race, kind of find to get back into our groove, right?
Yeah, like you have to find your routine again or something.
Yeah, because we're all out of our groove. Not everybody, but a lot of people are, when it comes to just going out. Some people went out a lot. Like, we go out a lot. I think me and my family, and friends and stuff, we go out, I think, kind of a lot, but
I know for sure I go out.
Right. And so, like, not being able to go out and do that stuff is like, okay, like, what are we doing? So I think we were all out. Like, I was so excited to just be out. Like, my arms are just flailing everywhere, and I'm knocking stuff over, and my kids are knocking stuff over.
What are the wacky inflatable arm tube man? That's what you were going out.
Yeah, basically. We were that excited to get out and eat, out. We were just like, oh gosh, this is going to be awesome. And I spilt my drink first, and it was a frozen margarita. So, it wasn't a terrible spill, but it was, I was like, dang it. Well, then we finally get someone, hey, we spilled a drink over here. During the time between that person saying, okay, I'll get someone to clean it up, and the person to clean it up showing up, we spilt another drink. It was one of the kids' like virgin margaritas, like, the strawberry icy, because Emma had knocked hers over and spilled quite a bit more. Hers wasn't as frozen as mine. And when the guy came to clean it up, he didn't even realize that we had two spills on the same two, because we're sitting at a pretty big table. He's like, oh, he gets the one spill, right? And he's walking away, and Courtney's like, Courtney's like, he saw this one. There's no way he didn't see this one. And I'm like, no, it is possible, because people don't think that you could spill twice
in that short amount of time.
Yeah, people don't expect that. People don't expect to come out and he saw the one spill, clean up the one spill. I would have cleaned up the one spill, but we pointed out the other one. He was just like, oh my gosh. I think in his mind, what he wanted to say was, y'all are crazy. Like, you can't, do we need to get you guys like sippy cups or something?
He's probably thinking like, how many margaritas have you had?
Yeah, it was bad. And it was, it was nice though, because it was like, I was feeling that weird feeling again. I'm like, what is that feeling? I'm like, oh, it's embarrassment.
Yeah.
There it is. It's been a long time since I've felt this in a public place. It's back.
That's what it is.
And I'm like, I really do. It has been a long time. I really do miss going out. And I'm like, I enjoy this, the things you take for granted.
How strange is it it's weird for me. Like, Marcella and I went out to breakfast this morning. So like all the restaurants are 50% capacity. So it's like every other booth people can sit at. And then the tables, it's just so weird going into like these restaurants where it used to be jammed packed because they're so busy. And now I walk in, because the place I went to was Rise and Shine. If any of you guys live in Vegas, go to Rise and Shine. They had the best waffles. But this place was like back-to-back tables, right? Where it was almost a little bit uncomfortable, but the food's so good that you're like, I'll put up with the uncomfortableness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yep.
We walked in there today, and it's like one table in the center of the floor. and that was it. And that just kind of like...
That's kind of cool.
It just kind of was like, wow, okay, so 50% capacity. That's 50%? Geez, okay. Because everything's got to be 6 feet apart. So the booths are 6 feet apart, so there can only be one table. And it was weird. And you know how you're so used to having the condiments on the table? Now I feel just like a really annoying person at the table because our waitress came up.
Because you have to ask for everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
You know, and I got a egg white steak omelet thing, right? And then I was like, oh, well, I want some salt and pepper. So I was like, hey, can I get some salt and pepper? She's like, yeah, sure. So she gives me that. And then I'm like, oh, I want some ketchup for my potatoes. And then she's going to like, oh, let me go get you some ketchup. And then it was like, oh, yeah, and the salsa for the omelet. So I think she came back like 4 times for us, just in condiments alone.
Yeah, it's a new normal, you know, trying to find that groove. Country's trying to find their groove again.
I'm not good at it, guys, so I apologize to any of my waiters and waitresses in advance.
Yeah, I've always been kind of clumsy anyway, so that was me getting back into my groove.
What is this? Oh, embarrassment.
Yeah, like I could feel it. I know this feeling. It's familiar. Oh yeah, I'm embarrassed. That's what it is. Okay.
It was funny because when we did go out to eat, because Jenna was in town, which she was on the last podcast, last episode, guys. And,
Jenna.
We went out. It was her last night in Vegas, so that's why we went to Santabello's. And it was funny because like we were getting dressed and we're looking at each other, and I'm like, "What are you gonna wear?" And she's like, "I don't know. What are you gonna wear?" And I'm like, "Well, we can't wear active wear. That's all we've been wearing is just workout clothing or
You're like, get the stuff that's the least dusty out of the back of the closet and let's roll."
And it's like nobody wants to wear their jeans because now it's like you really got to.
You're so comfortable. You put jeans on. You're like, why would I do this to myself?
Right? Yeah. Why am I squeezing these on right now?
Yeah. You're like, why are these not softer? I don't understand. Why are these so hard?
I thought these were a lot looser. What happened?
Everything hurts. I don't understand.
Why am I in pain when I wear regular clothing? It's kind of it's itchy. But yeah, that's what it is now.
We'll get back into the groove. I think it's just going to take some time. You know, I think it's just going to take some time. Which
I wanted to point out last episode. I'm sure for those who have listened to it, if you heard me say something in the. So, anyways, we were just talking about Marcelo. Wanted some attention just now.
What's up, Marcelo?
Shout out to Marcelo, guys. I woke him up from a nap just so I could go into Podcastland today.
Poor guy.
And like I said,
struggle is real.
We are exhausted, and he's a firefighter, guys. He's been like every day. It's been about 2 to 3 fires a day that he's fighting, and a lot of it is set off from people like in the desert shooting guns because they'll shoot like explosives and stuff like that, and it catches on fire, and that's when they're called.
Wow.
So his days off are very valuable to him, and he just wanted to sleep, and I woke him up so that I could go into Podcastland. So shout out to him, right?
Yep. Shout out to you, Marcelo. Thanks for all the sacrifices.
So back to what I was saying. What was I saying? It's really hot.
No clue.
Oh, typical. Welcome to Podcastland.
Actually, you were talking about you and Jenna getting dressed.
Oh, yes.
And then I cut off, like took you down a totally different rabbit hole, which I could do again right now if you let me keep talking. But
guys, my mind's fully not here today. I'm sorry. You guys get to see Audrey a little bit of like off.
It's because you're exhausted.
I am. It's a mental and
perfect time to be in podcast land.
I know. All loopy.
Yep.
No. So what I was saying was, I don't know if any of you guys caught this on the last podcast, but I recently found out that my mute button, I don't think fully works on my mic.
I don't think it does either. Yep. Yeah, I think everybody heard that big old fart that came out.
No, it was not that.
I'm just kidding. She's like, no. She's like, I know I'm muted when.
So last week when we were recording the last episode with the most beautiful Karen and the
she was a rock star. Shout out to Karen.
I know, she's awesome.
And
right?
Jenna. Yeah, it was awesome. A lot of great feedback from the listeners on that. So good job, Karen.
So Jenna and I were actually recording the podcast. We were recording the episode in the garage because her and I were actually reorganizing her mother's garage because we have a lot of like our personal stuff in there, and so we were reorganizing it. And I said, let's just do the podcast out here since we're already outside. Like, let's just do it, Which, by the way, it was so flippin' hot. Like,
you guys were melting.
Oh my God. I think when I stood up, like I'm not even over exaggerating. There was just like, I was sitting on a spilled sweat glass or something. It was bad.
A pile of just sweat.
And me and Jenna kept like smelling ourselves the whole time throughout the podcast. I'm like, I can't tell if I smell or you smell, or if I'm smelling your stench or you're smelling my stench. Like how bad it was.
That's awesome. That's a great place to be. Hey, #fitness, everybody.
And sharing one mic, so we both had to lean into
it. #fitness. Yep.
But there was a neighbor, because we had the garage open, and there was a neighbor who was washing her, which I commend her for. She's good hygiene. She was cleaning out her trash cans. So she's like spraying it, and she's pushing it around, throwing it upside down. It was really loud, and I thought I had hit mute on the mic, but apparently it did not mute. And I don't know if you guys heard it, but I said, "Excuse me, ma'am, don't you know we're recording a podcast?" as like a joke. I didn't actually say it to the neighbor, but I said it, but I didn't say it to her where she.
Oh, thanks for clarifying. That makes more sense now, because I didn't know what you were doing. I was like, I don't get it, but maybe it's an inside joke because I don't know Karen and their relationship, so maybe that's what they do.
So that's what I do sometimes, guys. I'll pause the podcast if I want to say something.
You think you're pausing the podcast?
Yeah, I think I am.
You think you're muting, but
I think another one came up at the end too.
Because we heard it. Yeah, we heard everything.
Yeah, so apologize for that, guys. But now I know that my mute button doesn't work. So
lesson learned.
And the neighbor has a clean trash can. Cleanest one on the street.
And everyone has a really nice picture of how you recorded episode 18. So appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. If we had a YouTube channel right now, Nick, during quarantine mode. Oh, and okay. You're going to hear some little footsteps. Rhea woke up. If we were doing a YouTube channel during quarantine of what we looked like while recording the podcast, that'd be pretty. It'd be a rough sight for you guys to see. So
I don't think so. I think everybody's just kind of chill. Everybody's like, yeah, I get it.
A lot of times I'm running around and then I have to like run home and jump on the computer. Guys, I was about to do this podcast in my car today, and it's
at 103 degrees.
Yeah, 103 degrees. That's how dedicated I am to this.
Yeah, that is dedication, because I wouldn't do it. I would just be like, we'll be back next week. I mean, that's like a quick Facebook message, right?
We're going to skip this week's episode.
Yeah, we'll be back next week, guys. No worries. No, I'm just kidding. No, I appreciate the dedication.
I hope the listeners appreciate it too. They do.
Yeah, they do. They do. They like coming to Podcastland. I
appreciate their dedication to listening to the episodes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they are. And they are listening too. And Tom, man, he's listening too. It's cool. Like just hearing it's just awesome. It's a cool thing because it's a cool way to like all be connected,
Yeah.
It's really cool. I'm really starting to appreciate that aspect that I had really no clue was even going to exist. So pretty cool.
I love it when we talk about something, especially if it's a topic that's like pretty deep. Like we can, really go down the rabbit hole.
We can get deep.
So deep. Where I'll be talking and like in a situation that's not in Podcastland, but just like in every day. And I have somebody who is a listener kind of point out to me like, okay, well, they kind of remind me sometimes. Marcel is one of them.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shoot, yeah, you're right. Like, and
it's crazy.
Let me correct my perspective right here,
Oh yeah. But like the level of accountability that we're putting on ourselves by doing this is it's scary, but that's what makes it cool. And I like the fact that Karen called that out on the last episode. I was like, man, that's really cool that she sees that. And she sees it because she's gone through that as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
With her thing. So it's funny how often I'm hearing my own words, kind of thrown at me from Courtney or from a friend, or
and it's all recorded, so we can't try and say
you're like, yeah, you're right. Like, what?
Yeah.
I think there's been times where I'm like, I said that, and I'm like, man, I need to go back and edit that out. I'm just kidding.
I think Audrey said
Totally
that.
kidding.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, I'm totally kidding, by the way. Totally kidding.
No, there's definitely sometimes, because I mean, like, what, one of the episodes we had spoke about, just like putting energy into things, like being upset, how we give away our power when we become upset and we focus on something negative or something bad. I mean, I was definitely going through that with unemployment. I think I was harassing every politician, government official.
Yeah, you took a lot of my battery on my phone.
Did I?
Just from the text messages about it. I'm just kidding. No, but you were venting on our family group chat, which is what it's for. So.
Yeah. But yeah, I had to remind myself to not, like, it is a serious issue. I don't like being on unemployment, and but I mean, there's other people who are still haven't gotten paid. I don't know what it is in your state, but here in Nevada, just our system is so overwhelmed, and we just don't have enough people in the call center to like get to people and help them. So I mean, there's still families, who haven't gotten paid for 2 to 3 months now.
It's crazy.
So I can only imagine what their frustration is now,
Wow. Yeah, I know. It's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough out there right now.
Anyways, the moral of that story was that I was focusing so much on harassing every politician I could, which wasn't doing me any good at all. So really, I was just wasting energy.
You were just on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of work, but not getting yourself anywhere.
Exactly. Yeah. What's the little guinea pig?
I don't know.
The running
on the wheel? Oh, is it a guinea pig or a hamster? Hamster wheel,
hamster,
right?
Yeah. Guinea pigs are fat, right?
They don't do guinea pig wheel. Well, I have 2 guinea pigs now. Well, I should say.
You do?
Yeah, my daughter.
How are those guinea pigs, by the way?
They're fantastical. They're doing great. They poop a lot.
Do they smell yet?
Cool. No, I don't go in there, so yeah, very often anyway. I have a very sensitive nose, so excuse me.
Yeah, all of us do. You, me, and Alyssa.
I had a really cool thought that just popped into my head. Then it was something cool that Chris had a really cool idea. Chris Phillips.
Hey, shout out Chris Phillips. What is it? Shoot.
He was saying we should try to get more entrepreneurs on. Like having Karen on. He really, I think it's a good idea. Try to get some more people on. And he actually knows probably a handful, but one in particular that I would like to get on. I wasn't sure how to ask him. I don't know, but shoot him a text, I guess I could just ask him right now.
Who?
You
gonna share a name?
Yeah, maybe I should. And his name's Chris too. Chris as well.
Chris numero dos.
You know which Chris I'm talking about, I think, because I think I've talked about him before. Awesome dude. But maybe we can get him on. Maybe we'll get Chris Tracy on a future episode just to chat with us about whatever we want to chat about. And we don't got to talk about really anything in particular. We just come on, we just chat. So, but I think that would be cool place to start. Try to get some more folks on like that. So I don't know what we got to do that.
So, hey, if y'all are an entrepreneur and want to get on, let us know.
Yeah, I don't know what we need to do. I don't know how we reach out to make that happen, but
social media.
Yeah, I think just being a little more aware, I think would be cool. I think it would just be really fun. So they've got to be good people. They got to be kind, and
they got to have the right perspective.
No, it's got to be human, and they're accepted here. So
all are accepted in podcast land.
I thought that was a cool idea. So maybe over, as we get the opportunities, try to think about that. I'll try to think about that. Like if I'm meeting somebody like that, like, oh yeah, I want to get you on for sure. My buddy Matthew Piccioni, told you I want to get him on, right? He does same thing. He falls in that same category with, doing what he loves for a living. So hopefully we can start to make an effort there.
I have a shout out, and I know I shout her out all the time, guys, and I swear I'm not biased. It's not because she's my friend. It's because she's just trying new things. But shout out to Jenna.
Jenna. Gains with G.
She actually just recently started, she went into a network marketing company, and she has set up her own shop, which is, it's Amway. You've heard of Amway, right, Nick?
Yes.
Yeah. So she just set up a shop, and, I mean, I've already purchased stuff from her little shop. Especially if you're very into health and fitness, this is the whole reason why she actually kind of went towards more of that company.
Right.
Obviously, she's a personal trainer and stuff, and their stuff is actually, it's very nourishing for the body and things like that. So, but if you guys are interested at all, hit her up on her Instagram page, Gains with G.
Gains with G.
Yes, and she will share the link with you. I bought some energy drinks because God knows I need energy some days. So
every once in a while, I could use some energy. I'll make some purchases. I'll get on there.
I mean, it's great.
Some support.
So yeah.
Good job, Jenna.
Good job. I'm just proud of her for stepping out of her comfort zone with something like that.
I think it's huge. I think that's awesome. I'm a fan.
Yeah. And I'm a believer into network marketing. I don't, I think it's tough work, but it's doable.
It works, but you got to work. Yeah. Just like anything else, right?
You better work. That's a
so anyways, I just wanted to say that was a cool idea. So, maybe we try to do that. Try to get Chris Tracy on.
I love it.
Yay. Coming for you, Chris.
One day we'll have Wee Man on here, guys.
Yes. I'd love to get Wee Man on. He's great. I just love his perspective. So what else? I think I'm good. I don't really have anything else to chat about. I think
I think that's all I got. I got some shout outs for Fabrizio
thank yous,
which they are also entrepreneurs, so hopefully maybe I can get them on.
Yeah, see, look at you already bringing in new connections. See, we're already got to get a pen and a notepad out and start writing names down. Take
the notes down. I'll share them on Instagram too, but they actually just so their company is, they sell beachwear, some shirts and hats. They're really known for their bikinis and stuff. They're very like Brazilian style bikinis, ladies. Okay. Something that's definitely out of my comfort zone.
Is that why you have to have a Brazilian wax?
I guess.
Okay.
Apparently. So, got to get the wax done first, and the bikini. No, I'm kidding. You don't need the wax. That would hurt.
Sounds like a lot of work.
No, their bikinis are actually very, very cute. They just got a new shipment in, and they are already like selling like crazy. And they don't even have it up on like their website to sell yet. All they did was post it up on their Instagram, and people were already like, buy it to me. So Marcella was kind enough to actually buy me 2. So we got VIP exclusive, I guess, friends and family discount. I don't know. But they're trying so hard. They're actually right now they're in the house trying to get those up on the site and stuff. But I mean, it's kudos to them, because I love that, seeing that they have a purpose as behind to the material and stuff that they use with their packaging, because Juanita and Fabrizio are very all about the planet, using less plastic. So they have a meaning behind their business.
I love it. There's a passion there, and that's I'd love to have them on, because that's what I want to talk about, right? I want to talk about the other stuff, right? I want to talk about that.
The stuff that got you to
the passion. Yeah. The passion that, got you to where you are as an entrepreneur. So that'd be cool.
If you guys are looking for bikinis, go on Instagram. Their Instagram name is Soul, like it's in sun, SOL, Vibes, like I'm vibing, beachwear. So Soul Vibes Beachwear.
Soul Vibes Beachwear, y'all. Check it out.
Check it out now, because I believe Trump did put a ban on traveling from Brazil, because all their bikinis are actually handmade in Brazil. So what they got is like the cutoff.
Get them before they're gone. So if you're listening to this and episode 20 is already out, you're too late.
You get next season's.
Going like hotcakes, y'all.
Check them out. That was one of my biggest shout outs. So go take a look at them. You have any shout outs? Is Courtney watching the kids right now?
Courtney's always taking care of the kids.
She duct tape in the dog's mouth. No, I'm kidding, guys. She'll never put duct tape in the dog's mouth.
No, I think I'm good. Just thanks to all the listeners for listening and hanging in there with us every week. I think I'm really enjoying it, hanging out with everybody, enjoying all the conversations. Hopefully we can get some more and more interesting and awesome people on to share all the gold with us, because that was awesome. Like last episode was cool. But yeah, appreciate all the listeners. And here's to America opening back up slowly but surely.
Yes!
Everyone still be safe out there, and we'll talk to y'all next time.
Don't spill your drinks.
Peace. The dogs came in at the right time. Do you hear the dogs? All right, seriously. Do we have a secret word? I don't have a secret word.
Oh, what should it be?
There isn't one.
A secret word?
Nope. There's not going to be one. So people are going to be like, oh gosh, I listened to all this all the way to the end. There's not even a secret word.
I mean, at this point, we should just keep talking. Because you don't know, what if at the very last second we do come up with a secret word?
We don't have one. But go check out Soul Vibes.
Soul Vibes Beachwear. I'm telling you guys, keep bathing suits.
Yep. Love you guys. Peace.
Bye.